Hey everyone, welcome to the Infinite Respawn podcast. I'm Chicken.
I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Griff.
I'm Baka.
So guys,
How is everybody?
E3 is upon us, so I'd say we're probably all pretty good.
Yes, E3.
You know, for now. Till they announce more delays.
Yeah. I mean, there's been a few things. We talked about Shenmue last week, and it's gonna be moved to next year. That's what I was trying to say. And things like that. Yeah, a few delays here and there, but we could be optimistic, cautiously optimistic.
I don't know. There was Duke Nukem that got pushed back for like a decade.
Yeah, well, and then it was awful.
Forever.
Some things benefit from the pushback. Some things don't. Duke Nukem did not. So
Hopefully more things do than don't nowadays.
do benefit or do get pushed back?
Benefit if they do get pushed back.
Yes.
I was unsure what we were talking about for a moment.
The benefit if they get pushed back, yes. Because if they don't, that's just sad.
Do you guys want to briefly talk about what we've been up to since we've got so many things to talk about as far as E3 goes?
Not much. Players Underground. I think we played Divinity this week.
I think for one day we played Divinity.
Yeah.
Got a little bit further. Then we played Players Underground, got second place at one point.
I got third place.
Oh, nice.
I got third place solo, and I got shot running out. I hid in a building the whole time, by the way. Like, it just kept shrinking around me. The last spot was right outside the room I was hiding in. Like, right outside, so I had to kind of sneak outside, and I tried to run to some rocks and got shot while I was running. But third place, not bad, you know.
Not bad at all.
Congratulations.
I took out a guy with a grenade along with myself.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me.
I decided I wanted to like jump out where everyone else was, and instead of like wait until everyone else jumps out and then kind of jumping out on the outskirts like I normally do. So it's like, you know what, let's have some fun with this. Jumped down, couldn't find a weapon. All I could find was a grenade. Some dude started chasing me with a pistol and shooting at me. So I ran into this little shack and like ducked down and hid. He came charging in with a pistol, so I just chunked the grenade down and killed us both.
Yeah, you take.
If I'm gonna die, I'm taking you with me. Like that was
I'm
the
not
whole
gonna
thought
win this
process,
match, neither are you.
Hell yeah.
I guess do what you gotta do, man.
Yep.
Awesome.
What about you, Oak?
I played some more Rime, and then I also played Inside. It's the same people that did Limbo did this one.
Right.
I think it came out earlier this year, latter part of last year. And been really enjoying it. I'm almost done with it, actually. It's taken me a lot less time to get through it than it did Limbo. But I'm enjoying it. It is... The puzzles on it are quite interesting, but the thing I don't get is... Like, I still don't know what's going on. Like, I know I'm almost done with it, but it's like I still don't really have a clue what's going on. So they do a very good job of, I guess, waiting to the end to tell you kind of why you're doing all this, because you just kind of randomly wake up with this boy and then you start running and you're being chased and by dogs and everything, which, by the way, the deaths in this are brutal. Like, if you they're not kind. Like, if you get caught by a dog, your neck gets snapped and your head gets ripped off. It's just like, wow. And you're a little boy, but it's good. I'm enjoying it. The other thing is you got like these zombie-like looking, like normal people or zombies, basically. And you have like this little hat that you put on. You can control them, and that's how you have to solve some of the puzzles. So it's kind of neat.
Nice.
Pretty neat. But that's all I've been doing.
I watched my sister play more GTA, which was hilarious. Watched some friends play a tabletop version of Star Wars, which was also pretty hilarious. And I've been writing my own runic language for my D&D game for Baka and Chicken and Red. So I've been busy, but it's been like tabletop busy.
It's alright, it's still games.
Yeah.
It's the original games.
And creating your own language is not as easy as I thought it would be.
Come on now. We used to create languages back in like elementary and junior
I
high.
never did that. So
just,
this
like-
is like
I
the
didn't
first
either.
time I get to do this. So this has been an interesting.
You just make symbols and then correspond them to letters, and then you just spell
Yeah,
out
but you've
shit.
got to make symbols that look similar to your other symbols, so it looks like it's all part of the same language.
Just
Unless you're one of those random type alphabets, you just like, fuck it.
I know. Have you
Look,
ever
we're
seen?
not
Or
working
you
in
can do an
wingdings
entire
here, okay?
language based on emojis.
No, you can just get out right
That's
now.
called wingdings. I mean, come on now.
Well, why not? That's what all the kids are doing nowadays. Isn't that the hip thing?
Well, actually, the first episode of this season of Doctor Who actually went over that.
Wingdings? Or
No, went over
emojis?
emojis. Language built off emoji.
Well, other than that, not so much stuffs. But that's okay, because we're about to have lots of stuff to talk about and ponder over, and probably will make us want to play games that we've already played, because I know that's happening to Chicken right now. Before E3, one of the things that was shown off was another story trailer for Shadow of War Door.
Yes, gonna get everybody calling
In the
it Shadow
first
of War.
30 seconds, there's a giant spider. And I mean, like, I want to be excited about the game, but oh my god, I almost couldn't watch the trailer.
Why
That
would
ain't
you
a
give
big
me a
spider.
giant spider?
Oh, it
seen
looks
bigger.
really good though.
That's what
So
she
Chicken
said.
last night re-downloaded Shadow of Mordor so that he could play that again.
And
Like his excitement for it.
it's a little bit of bragworthy. I only died a few times in the original playthrough, and all the stories that I've been reading. You know, people having trouble through the game. They keep dying. These people keep showing up, and all this. So I'm going to be playing it on a harder difficulty this time through, so that I die a lot more. I want to die more. I want it to be more challenging.
I want to die more. That is not something you usually hear anybody say about a video game.
I only
It's
died
something
like
you'll never hear me
I
say.
think I only died twice through the whole game. Otherwise, I just whooped everybody's ass, hands
I died
down.
plenty, but it's because I thought I was badass, and some of those people said I was not.
You just gotta be smart and tactical, and I beat them all. I had a brain, they didn't, or they had half of one. So I'm not sure. Sometimes
Well,
they just lose them.
With Shadow of War, this will be the first time that we've got a Lord of the Rings game or piece of media in general that really steps away from canon, which is going to be kind of interesting. It's like, here's all the stuff that's in that world. Now you can go play with it outside of the confines of the story. Which is
Yes.
kinda neat.
Some people from the subreddit that I read of it, Shadow of Mordor, you know, all fans get together. Some people are like, hell yeah, this is super awesome. I'm so excited. And other people are like, oh, that's awful. We need a piece of game that like goes 100% off of canon and things like that. And I think for Shadow of War, it's good to kind of step away because I think the story will benefit heavily from, you know, they've got all these characters that you know, and they're going to write a story with them.
Right.
So,
In a world that you're familiar with, but it can be something that's new because it's not been done before. It's not part of the canon. It's not confined by the previous stories.
yes, exactly.
Well, but the thing is, and what Tolkien did very well when he created the Lord of the Rings series in the first place is when he created Middle Earth, he actually did it in a way to where he just continued to make not necessarily stories, but the lore he continued to create, and he continued. So there's actually an entire basis there that you could just build inside that world. Which I mean, that's what inspired things like D&D and things like that. Is you have now you just can go in and build based on stuff that he's created, because the Silmarillion is a massive amount of. It looks like a giant textbook when you read through it. It's just all the history and information you got. So they've got so much information that they can just build whatever they want off of it. So it's pretty awesome because Tolkien really set him up to win. He didn't know he was going to be setting him up to win probably, but he really did because he just created a world that a lot of people enjoy anyway. So
yeah, but
which I enjoyed the first
Same thing
game.
with Lovecraft in his world. I mean, like, he did a lot of his stories and things like that, but he left it open to where he encouraged people to go and add into that world.
I want more
add more stuff
Lovecraftian
into it.
games, damn it.
It may come. Someone's got to take the first step into it.
Well, I mean, you have some, but they're like the Call of Cthulhu games and things like that. You haven't had a really big, like, I guess, sort of, kind of, The Order 1886 and things like that have had Lovecraftian themes.
No, yeah, there's a
around
lot of games that
them.
have had that theme. I mean, look at Dead Space. Look at that entire series.
Well, yeah, I didn't enjoy Dead Space. Sorry, Vold.
That space
Sorry.
was awesome.
Like, every time I say that, I know she just cringes and is like, why not? I'm sorry. I wish I liked it more.
It's the camera work that I can't handle on that game. Like, I like everything that goes on in the game. I just the placing of the camera drives me nuts.
What, the one behind the shoulder?
Yeah, it feels weird.
It feels like old school.
Yeah.
That's why I like it. Makes me reminds me of Resident Evil 4.
I knew that's the one you were going to say, too. I knew that's the one you were going to say.
Interestingly enough, you mentioned Resident Evil 4 and its fixed camera and everything, and that kind of leads into, on Reddit, advertisements have popped up for The Evil Within 2, which hasn't been announced yet, although Bethesda's show is tonight, Sunday night, so maybe they'll be talking about it there, but apparently there's a sequel.
That's fucking awesome. I need to go back and I need to finish it. It will probably be on sale in the Steam Summer Sale. So
Probably, which is like right around the corner, right? Isn't it like next couple of weeks or something?
Yeah, I think
Should
next week, the end of next week.
It's right around
after
the 4th of
E3,
July.
so everybody can pick up games.
Everybody, because the game hype is still in the air, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, oh this game's on sale. Oh that sequel's coming out soon, so I need to pick up the original."
Marketing genius.
Oh yeah, Steam knows how to fucking do their shit. Oh yeah, everyone's still high from E3. Let's sell as much shit as we can.
Games. A game for you, a game for you, a game for you, a game for you.
Basically, E3 is where everybody, like, it would be like the equivalent of a bunch of stoners getting together and getting really high, and then Steam turns into the 7-Eleven afterwards.
Yeah.
They'll just sell you all the munchies that you need to keep you occupied.
Pretty much exactly
Dude,
that.
For 49 cents, we will give you a gallon Slurpee.
Done.
For
Give me
49
5
cents,
of them.
we'll give you the entire series up to this point. Okay,
Give me 4
take
copies.
my money.
I'll give them to other people. Just give me 4 copies. And 5 of those. I don't even know what game this is, but it's 30 cents.
Just
Give me that too.
Just slap a $100 bill on the counter and go, just fill my backpack full of shit.
Pretty much.
Well, that's something to look forward to, picking up The Evil Within, since there's probably a second one on the way that will likely be announced tonight.
That is
we'll
awesome. Evil Within was great. I personally...
I liked the story, but I'm not good at that kind of, that Resident Evil 4 mechanic of don't shoot everything, be sneaky, because you
Well,
guys
Resident
know
Evil
me.
4 was
I'm
a
not
little
good
bit-
at sneaky.
I'd rather shoot everything.
I would.
That's fine. You can shoot everything, but you have to make sure that the shots land.
Well, yeah, but even then, even if you are shooting it, they have several enemies in that game that are just bullet sponges if you want to try to shoot them.
Then you have to figure out
And
a
ammo
different...
is scarce.
True. You got to figure out different ways to deal with them. Like the normal zombies, or the normal undead things, you can just impale them in the head with your knife as long as you sneak up on them. Boom.
Yeah.
No ammo waste.
But the big guy, like the guy with the safe on his head, I will probably never be able to take that dude out myself. Ever.
I love the crossbow. That crossbow in that game reminds me of how important the bow and arrow is in Far Cry. It's like, oh yeah,
Yes.
explosive arrows, think, boom. Yeah, feels good, man.
The trap ones too, the little trap bolts.
Yep.
Very reminiscent to the harpoon trap thingy, or maybe it was a crossbow too. I can't remember. In BioShock, those were nice.
Yes.
Because I remember using those for the guy with the safe on his head in The Evil Within,
Yes.
and I ran out of them, and I was sad.
But the guy with the big... No, there's big enemies with like bags over their heads, big axes. I remember I had to kill them for you. You're trapped in this like little corridor area, and you gotta like hit him in the leg. Hit him in the leg, and then run behind him. He comes after you, hit him in the leg, run behind him and hit him.
Yes.
It's like, no, don't hurt me.
So that'll be another one of those eventually. And
Yeah.
I think according to the advertisements on Reddit, you can pre-order it already too, which means it must be soon that they're going to release it.
But you know Bethesda, they're not going to be like, oh yeah, Evil Within 2 years from now. They're like, Evil Within,
Yeah.
come get it this holiday. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
that's what I'm thinking, is it's probably going to be like August, September.
Ooh, that would be good.
Could be an
Actually,
October release too, since it's horror themed.
Scary.
that's what I was thinking too. It's always good to get it around that time.
Well, it'd have to be early October. You don't want to wait until everybody's already saturated with all of their scary shit.
So.
Get it to them early.
More
Yep.
scary shit.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for that one. Definitely looking forward to it. See what they have to show.
Yep. Speaking of me being loud and brash, Chicken and I were looking at the escape plan. Is that what it's called?
Way Out.
A Way Out.
There's an escape plan involved in it, but it's a couch co-op or online co-op split screen game. And watching the trailer, they show off both of the characters that you could play as and everything, and one of them is more overtly violent than the other one, and immediately I was like, Chicken, I want to play that one when we play this game. I want to be the violent one. You be the smart one. So, I've already called
Who
dibs
thought
on...
that?
Yeah, I know. I've already called dibs on being the mean one. I mean, it fits. Let's not lie about it. Nobody wants to be my friend because I'm mean, so I'm just gonna live up to it. But it looks good.
It looks really good. I like the as I was telling Chicken before the show started. I played Brothers, and the 3 hours or whatever it takes to finish that game was just amazing. Figuring out because you have if you've never played the game before, basically you have your right and your left. They separate the controller up, so the right side controls one brother and the left side controls another brother, and you have to basically use your hands to work together in order to move around. So you have to have the two brothers working towards each other, and one might be going one direction, one might be going another, in order to be able to make it work. So it's very unique. The storytelling was very interestingly done because it was a gibberish language, so most of it was just told by what you were seeing on the screen. And it was very, very, very well told. For a story that had no words, it was really well done. So this is a totally different style of game, and the fact that the guy's like, and basically we're going to give you, here's your storyline inside of a prison. I was like, okay, well, this is a cool concept, the whole prison thing. But then he's like, we're going to give you unique play. You can only play this with a friend.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, you can play it online. Like, you can, I'm assuming, find a rando person to play it with if you need to.
But you have to play it with a person. There's no solo.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
and that's what I find very interesting.
I think it's neat that you can be playing a character that can move freely while the other character is in a cutscene.
Yeah. And
that's
on a
interesting.
split screen. Like, that's
Yeah.
the interesting, because you're sitting on a couch.
Well, I mean, it's still
And
means
whenever
that
he's
you get
moving-
to see the cutscene even if you're the other guy.
Yeah.
But you can still be doing things to be productive at that time.
Yep.
Yeah, because you're trying to tell an entire story, which is very, very interesting.
And I like that you can influence those cutscenes too. Like if you could just stop the cutscene with the other character, create a diversion, cutscene ends for that guy gets to run free. It's super dynamic,
Run, be free.
super interesting.
Yep. It's
Chicken's
gonna
gonna be in a cutscene, and Griff's gonna go up and just like punch the dude that Chicken is in the cutscene with.
Pretty much, you could do exactly that. Run up, just hit somebody else, and the guy will run to help him. Like, oh, okay, I'm gonna take my piece, and run out.
Yeah, I don't like the way that man's talking to you.
You don't even know me. What are you doing?
You don't know me.
I do wonder if they know each other to start with. I'm not sure how the characters are going to get to know each other in prison.
Based on what they showed, it didn't really look like they knew each other until prison. Because
have
one of them is sitting already there, right?
Yeah.
One's there and one's coming in.
It seems like they have mutual acquaintance or somebody that they both know. One guy looks like he's going to get revenge, and the other guy looks like he wants to get out of prison. So it's kind of like one of those.
Well, who wants to stay in prison?
There might be a few people.
Yeah, there might be a few. Some people at this point are more acclimated to jail than the real world at this point. So.
Oh, that's just sad.
Isn't it? But.
Well, then.
So.
Definitely is. It looks good though.
Yes, it looks good. Can't wait to see more, see some gameplay of it, and price. I don't know if it's going to be a full $60 game, if they're going to try drop to like 40 or 50.
Yeah, that's
I'd be interested to see that because, earlier this week they Hellblade made the decision that they were going to come out and it's going to be basically a $30 game. So you come out and it's $30 for Hellblade, which, what was it, 3 years ago when we first heard about Hellblade, and with the great graphics that they had set up. And what I like about it is they said this is a mid-size game. We want to bring the mid-size game back, so it's got a mid-size price. It doesn't have a $60 price tag on this game, and I like that because it sounds like they care about the consumer enough to realize that we're going to get pissed off if we get into a game and it lasts 5 hours, 6 hours, and there's not a whole lot of replayability to it or whatever if we don't feel like there is anyway, and we've spent $60 on it,
Yep.
So I like the fact that they did that for the $30. So they announced it. So I think a lot of people are going to follow suit with that. I think it's a good idea.
Depends
but
on
I'd
how
be
this
interested.
does. If it does really well, then I can see him following suit. If not, I can see this kind of being like a failed experiment. But
Yeah.
$30,
I would-
I think it'll be okay.
I would be interested to see how long it takes before it would go on sale. Because like with $60 game, you might be 2 months in before it drops to like $35-$40 on a Steam sale or whatever. Compared to this, that it might not drop for a year before it gets to like $19.99.
If a game goes from 60 like 30 in a couple of months span, that usually sends up red flags in my head.
Yep, that's a failure right there. I mean, that's either it's not
Well-
worth the $60 or it's not selling well enough.
Well, to be fair, within Fallout 4, in a 4-month period on Steam, it already dropped to $35 on sale. It's still full price regular, but when they do their Steam sale or whatever, it would drop to $35. That's what I'm talking about. Not it dropped the regular price. I'm talking if they have a sale.
Oh, okay, on a sale,
Yeah. Yeah.
I was about to say, no, Fallout's still $60.
No, it's still $60. I know.
Same thing with GTA.
GTA's still $60.
Yep,
Yeah. To be fair,
Yeah.
you get a lot of game for that, but
that's
with
true.
$30 price tag, I'm willing to just throw it down. Well, after seeing it, of course, but I'd be much more willing to drop $30 on a game like that. Granted, they're the people who made DMC, so grumble.
Yes.
A lot of people liked that game, to be fair.
What's
But
that?
a lot of people didn't.
Yeah, but there were a lot of people that
Basically,
did
the
like
people
the
who were
gameplay.
fans of the original 3 Devil May Cries generally did not like DMC.
Right. Correct.
People who never played any other ones went, "Oh, this is a fun game. This is great. I don't know what you people are complaining about." You can
I'm
go
complaining
try
about
to fire."
shut your mouth.
Hashtag that's not my Dante.
That's exactly right. Choosing Dante's.
What do you guys think about? They talked about Star Wars Battlefront 2 and everything, and they're talking games as a service with that one. So apparently, all of the DLC will be free. There'll be microtransactions, but they're taking the Chicken pointed out the way that For Honor does microtransactions is kind of how Battlefront's looking for microtransactions. But all the DLC free now instead of having to spend a bunch of money like last time.
It makes. I don't want
It's a
to.
trap.
Don't want to be like all satirical about it, but I think they're just trying to use the smoke and mirrors to cover up their selling power. And it's like, yeah, look at all the free DLC that you get. Everybody can play everything all together, but then you can buy, you can buy the currency, which means you can buy characters and weapons and upgrades and things like that with it. So it's all good.
I would have to see how it ends up coming when it actually comes out. But I don't disagree with what you're saying. I just think that I think that a lot of them people understand that we're all burnt out on paying for DLC. Like, and I don't know if it's Destiny that became the issue with $200 and something later, or if it was one of those where you got Call of Duty where people are dropping $150 a year because they're paying for the original game and then they're paying for 3 map packs before the next game comes out, and then they're dropping the money again. And they just know that there's a lot of people that are starting to shy away from that because they don't want to necessarily pay the money for all these map packs or whatever. And it's commendable, but I don't disagree. There's got to be I'm just leery. It's EA.
Yes.
And I hate to be that way. I mean, but Vampire,
But
he got
it's
out there and he
true.
did his thing.
Yep.
And evidently they've got a new game that's all about him, right?
Yeah. So I mean, if it's cosmetic stuff, so be it.
Vampire.
Do we know if they're actually adding in a story mode yet for Battlefront 2? Or is
Yes.
it going to
Yes.
be like all multi?
No,
We have not seen it, but yes, there's supposed to be a story mode to it.
the story
Okay.
mode will take place between Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens to help bridge that in, and it is canon, which that is something that Disney said when they took over. When they took over the franchise, they stated that anything that they release, if they release a storyline for it, will be part of canon, instead of just doing movies as canon. So books, everything else is going to be is written as canon. So unless they've changed anything since then, it should be canon.
Yep.
Which is pretty awesome because we get to give information to people that don't play video games. And they go, well, what really happened was.
Let me learn you
I
a
kind of
thing
like
or
some
two.
of the old canon as far as some explanation of things, but that's just me.
Right.
I was looking at the comments, and one of the comments makes me extremely uncomfortable. Is it me, or is the Star Wars Battlefront 2 Elite Trooper Deluxe Edition pay to win? It turns your regular troopers into ultimate troopers. All your trooper classes are upgraded, more firepower, more modifications, and combat abilities.
So you have to buy a special edition to get that, or is that something that you can still earn? You're just going to get it as a freebie if you buy the...
That will have to wait, because if you can only get the upgraded troopers through that deluxe edition, then...
Yeah, but is that upgrading it for multiplayer, or is that upgrading for the campaign?
Come on now, you know better than that.
No,
I don't. EA.
No, I don't.
It's EA. Come on. History shows things. EA.
I understand.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
History shows things.
Why would
EA
they
don't learn from shit?
Why would they give you upgraded troops in campaign mode?
Dude, we used to use cheat codes back in the day.
That was
Yeah,
Now they
because
just sell that
single player's
shit.
not as important
Yeah.
anymore, and they're selling it
I
as
don't
a
care.
multiplayer with a single player component to it.
right.
So I think Chicken may be on the right track with that.
Because
Like,
I
think
mean,
that-
people
Well,
aren't gonna
well,
pay
see.
for that for just campaign stuff. If you give me multiplayer stuff that makes me have a bigger dick than the rest of the people, I'm
but there's
definitely
different-
gonna put out a little
But
more
there's
money.
different classes, so it could be it's just unlocking a class too.
Every trooper class, officer, assault, heavy, and specialist is upgraded, delivering your. So basically, you get all of those classes upgraded right out of the gate,
Instead of you earning it, is what it's doing.
assuming you can earn them. They may
You
be
can earn
special.
it. It's a point system. They talked about it in the.
But I mean, okay, even if you can earn it later,
it means that somebody starts the game with it and somebody doesn't.
It's
Yeah,
an
they have
unfair
an
advantage.
Yeah, but you can do the same thing. Well, no, you can't do it in Overwatch because in Overwatch you're just doing
Overwatch, there is no stats or
There's-
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, but there's still a cap. So at some point, you know, I mean, shit, you could technically, I could buy WoW right now and get my level up by paying an extra $60 or whatever it is. But
True, but
Yeah,
you
but-
won't know what
Yeah.
to do.
yeah, that's
Fair
the thing.
enough, but
Like,
these
I
people
can
are
go
learning
and-
on the
and
same
do
curve
the
is
same
my
thing,
point.
And because of my years of experience in the game, I can mop the floor with you in comparison.
And the thing
Right.
is if player A got the regular base game and player B got the deluxe edition, but player B's weapons and armor are better than player A, then player B is going to win even if they're at the same skill level because his weapons do more damage. Dead.
yeah, but we also don't know how long it takes to get past that point too. And if there's the ranking system, how they set you into the each server, you know, if you're putting somebody with a higher class in the same one with somebody else or you're not. It could be one of those where, oh, look, you all bought this same edition. You all get to play each other. You all bought this same edition. You didn't. You know, like, we don't know. But
Yeah, it probably
Most
will
likely
not.
That's
but-
it being awfully optimistic about EA having a level playing field. And
Yeah,
in the past, they haven't been as interested
Yeah, I don't
in that.
foresee them doing anything like that. As like, well, everyone who bought the deluxe edition gets to play in this little server. Everyone else who bought, gave us less money, you get to play in this other crappy server.
I think,
I
to
don't foresee
me,
them
it
doing
seems
that.
like EA, with this, they're taking 2 steps forward and 2 steps back. Maybe 1 step back, but it totally depends on like the guts of the game and how it really does work.
Well,
But
one of the things that I did notice that
guts.
they did in it was, remember the old one where the hero coins and tokens would pop up in certain spots
Yep.
and along the vehicles. Now it's all based on your skill. Like they took those out of the maps,
correct.
and it depends on how well you do, and then you can earn points and then use those points to buy the vehicles or buy the heroes, and the
Correct.
heroes cost way more than what the vehicles and stuff do. So that is kind of a step in the right direction.
it
Yeah.
seems-
Well, but it's also and the thing is you're constantly earning points, which is what I like too. And then you get to play. Now you've got a class system to where you can play how you normally play too. Because it'd be, if you're 25 years old, 26 years old, you might be awesome at just going in and assaulting and being able to kill everybody. And you're 50 years old and your reflexes aren't as good as they used to be 30 years ago. Then you can go in and play as some type of like commander or whatever it happens to be, whatever their healer or whatever it is that they have. So their support system, they've got different classes now, so I think people have to work together a little bit compared to just working on their own and shooting, which I think is good. And I liked the demo that they did for about 30 minutes was pretty cool too, where they did the assault on the throne room, which they got completely trashed. The team that was the clone the clone army got trashed. But
technically, the clone shouldn't be there.
It's okay. It's not in the campaign.
So from the deluxe edition, I'm looking at it. You do get special weapons and special mods and special abilities for those characters, it's exclusive to pre-order and deluxe edition customers. So you'll have to buy that to unlock those. So those will be special. Basically, they may let you unlock them later, but for right now, it'll be deluxe edition only.
Yeah, well, but is it just a skinned weapon, or is it like a weapon that normally wouldn't be there? You know what I mean? Like, is there like, here's a shotgun because you pre-ordered, but they're the exact same potency. You see what I mean?
Yeah, but
if I'm guessing, it's probably skinned in there instead of, I mean, unless they're like, well, you can't have a rocket launcher unless you pre-order the game, would be a little absurd.
Well, it's not rocket launchers. It's like upgraded blasters and things like that. Because I mean, you could start. In the first one, you start with all the default weapons and whatnot, and then you can unlock specialty weapons. I guarantee they're not gonna for I don't know how much, the $80, or I don't know what that converts to. But €9. I doubt they're going to just give you a skin. EA doesn't like to just give away skins because people like to actually have power for their money. And EA likes to sell. So we will see. We will see. I do not have a lot of faith in EA, unfortunately, but Battlefront 2 does look pretty good.
Oh, it looks great. I think it looks great.
Darth Maul is going to be in it. Yoda.
Rey, which is pretty awesome too. I
get to watch. Many people are going to be Yoda flipping around all over the damn place.
Hell yeah!
He's so tiny,
dude. Darth Maul. He's pretty bad fucking ass. I've
heard that, like, from what I was reading online, everybody's worried that Darth Maul's going to be the overpowered one.
Until Yoda gets in there and whoops his ass.
He can't block anything. He can't block.
Well, maybe that's how they're going to balance him then.
Yeah, he can't. Like, that was the thing that somebody was complaining about, was the fact that, like, because he comes through and of course he's got 2 lightsabers, so he's just swinging through. And like he's just trashing people, and one of the guys complained about the fact he can't block any of the shots coming at him, and they're like, think how overpowered that would be.
I find kind of funny, because that staff weapon was pretty much designed for defense in the universe.
Look now, you and your Mr. Knowing things, okay?
Come on, sometimes you gotta look at things in a balanced perspective.
Yeah, you gotta kind of make an adjustment there.
You gotta make allowances for game mechanics, as long as it doesn't completely ruin the thing from canon, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they could have like made him like super defensive and then made it to where he didn't dish out a whole lot of damage.
But that's not Darth Maul's playstyle.
Yeah, but Darth Maul's like a badass.
Yeah, aggressive as fuck.
He looks like a demon coming at you. Come on, man.
Oh, I just thought he looked like a nice dude.
Horn-shaped head, weird, black and red tattoos.
Yep.
Well, stepping away from Star Wars, Oak did like vaguely mention one of the other things when we were talking about that. He mentioned Vampire and one of the other games. Don't Nod is working on a game called Vampire. It'll be out November is what it says for PlayStation 4. Maybe PC, because they did put Life is Strange on PC as well, I think.
I think it is on the PC. I think I saw it on Steam.
Yeah, it's on PC as well.
But it's another choice game, and you're a doctor who is trying to save London during a flu epidemic in 1918. But you're also a vampire who's being hunted by a bunch of vampire hunters and other bad shit. So you kind of have to decide if you can commit to saving the people, but ignoring your nature and needs to kill the people at the same time. Like, it's going to be all choices, and who you just decide to sacrifice and whatnot is going to affect the whole in-game thing. It looks interesting. I really like Life is Strange.
But now, to be clear, it says it's an action RPG.
Yeah,
so it's not going to be like it's not going to be Life is Strange.
No, it's not going to be quite
fighting
like that.
and I assume
but it's
skill
still
points.
One of those your
like
choices
that.
have consequences games, which is one of the things Life is Strange did.
Yeah, you either give in more to your vampire side or you resist it and try to stay more human. And
I'm telling you now, I'm gonna try to save the people.
I'm gonna play if we get this. I'm gonna try both sides of it. Like I'm gonna try to be a good guy,
Yeah,
and then
I'm
I'm just gonna
try
fucking
both
go
sides,
ham and
but-
eat people.
Yeah, I want to see what's more appealing to me when I start. Like, because I might be one of those things. I'm like, well, I fuck people now. I'm just gonna kill them all. Or it could be like, oh, I want to save them.
But I like
You know?
people.
Yeah, no,
Unless
I'm
the
just gonna
people
kill
around me are
everyone.
assholes. Well, yeah, of course you are.
Yeah, you're one dimensional, Baka. So,
You shut up.
but yeah, I'm interested to see what they could do with an action RPG vampire game. So,
I didn't see anything that was gameplay
You should
though.
try
It's just really.
Bloodlines then.
not
Yeah,
everybody
there
has
it
to
goes
be
right
typing.
now.
Yeah,
right
I was gonna go look at it.
Like, okay, Chicken, I know you like games where you have a lot of choices and different playstyles. Bloodlines gives you that. There's multiple endings. There's different clans that you can go by, which give you different
the
abilities and
Masquerade?
how to, which give you different ways to go about in going through the story. Like you can be stealthy. You can be like, I'm just gonna walk out the open, and anyone gets in my way, I'm gonna kill them. You can persuade people through charm.
Okay, I'd have to look at it.
I like that he's like, here's a sentence, and I'm immediately going to stop in what sounds like mid-sentence and take a drink.
Who, me or him? Oh, I was like, I was
Him.
okay.
He's
I
like,
was-
you can intimidate people through charm.
I'm trying to think of
Yeah.
everything else that you can do, but there's a lot of different options in it. It was a really good game. The only reason it didn't do as well launch, I think, is because there were other bigger titles that came out at the same time that it did. I'm gonna say like Half-Life 2 was one of the ones that it was competing against.
It came out in 2004.
Yeah, it's been out for a while.
Yeah, 13 years now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I have it. It's an awesome game.
A couple of the other announcements and stuff that came out of the EA one, of course, because this is the way I'm always going to go, which is FIFA 18. They did add some. They're continuing the story of the character that they created last year, and which I'm excited about, which is Alex Hunter. And so you get to continue his story. But what they did, interestingly, moving off of FIFA 18, because they didn't change the gameplay that much, is they actually created a story mode for Madden this year. And so it's basically the same concept in the fact that you're creating a character that starts at a particular age level and then makes their way professionally. And it looks like they're actually starting the character off at a young age in maybe high school football. And then you go to play at the University of Texas. I don't know. It doesn't look like, based on the storyline, that there's a different option, which I'm a little pissed about.
Oh, come on now, man. That's not
so-
cool.
Yeah,
There's
so
some
University of
complaints.
Texas, it looks like it's the only option that's there. So they created the entire storyline for it, and then you move on to whatever NFL team it is, and then you have a plot line that goes along with it, and all the stuff, the problems that come along with fame and
Drugs, money, women.
Yeah,
Beating
Yep.
women, apparently.
yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know that was a thing that came
Punch him in
along.
the face. You didn't know it was a thing.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a thing.
It looks interesting. It actually makes me want to kind of play a Madden game because I haven't played one in probably 8 years. Just because I never really cared for the gameplay on it, but
You're not missing much. They haven't updated very much since then, besides graphics.
Yeah, I was gonna say graphics. It looks good.
they are changing some of the gameplay as well. Similar to, they're changing some of the passing and stuff and the way that it works, and like with FIFA, they're changing how like some of the moves, they'll have signature moves for some of the more popular players and things like that added in. One of the things I thought was very interesting is we know a little bit more about FIFA 18 now for the Nintendo Switch, which they're saying is now the best portable FIFA game ever, which bothers me a little bit because it sounds like it's being marketed. Switch is being marketed as a portable system.
Oh, what's that? Portable what?
Yeah, instead of
Technically,
being...
you can. I take it with me whenever I go. Have to go
Well,
to
it is, right? Which we talked about, but the thing is like it was supposed to be that in-house console thing, and now it's it's like it's being marketed as this portable item.
Yeah.
But they did build FIFA 18 for scratch just for this,
Damn.
just for Switch. It does not have the little campaign mode thing with Alex Hunter or anything on it, but all the rest of the features are there. So it would be. I would like to see it. I think it'd be very interesting to see the clarity and what it looks like differently, because it's not on the Frostbite engine, like the regular FIFA is. So it'll be interesting to see on that one. But those are a couple of things that came out of the EA one that we hadn't talked about, and I know I'm the only one that's interested in. So I wanted to make sure, because there's somebody that listens, I'm sure. They would be interested in those.
Reach out to him. Reach out to Oak. Tell him that you love it when he talks about FIFA.
There you go. Somebody's
And
gotta
silence.
love me.
At least the crickets like to listen to it.
Yeah, you're applauding with their little legs.
Aw. Speaking of the Frostbite engine and all of that stuff, that is the engine that Bioware uses for like fucking everything, because reasons. But Bioware showed off the first teaser trailer for Anthem, which is their new thing.
Their new
Thing.
Destiny.
What is it?
BioWare's
But you can't,
Destiny.
like, is it a first-person shooter? Is it a third-person shooter? Is it an action RPG? There are robots and mechs, and your gear looks like you're from Destiny.
It's
and
Titanfall
what
plus
is
Destiny equals Anthem.
Is that what it is? Because I was so confused by that video. I didn't know what the hell was
Yeah,
going
it's
on.
a super short video, although they said that there's going to be more information during the Xbox presser, and that's today. So, actually,
That's right now. That is right now. Let's go to Twitter.
I'm actually watching it right now.
Let's go to
So-
Twitter and see what's trending.
That's actually exactly what I was doing.
Let's
I was
see.
like, maybe they're talking about it right this second, and that would be super convenient.
What?
Phil
But-
is actually just standing on a stage talking right now. So. The
Well.
Tell me things. Tell me things that I don't know.
they're talking about Scorpio, Project Scorpio at the moment, I think. So not that much of a difference.
Oh. But yeah, I think it's. I don't know.
Project Scorpio is going to be called Xbox One X.
What X?
I'm going to let you soak that in for a minute. Xbox
Thanks.
One X.
What the hell is with Microsoft and their naming lately?
Don't know.
All right, so far the lineage of the Xbox, we have Xbox, Xbox 360, the Xbox One, the Xbox One S, the Xbox One X, the Xbox Z, the Xbox restarting the name Xbox, the Xbox restarting the name Xbox One.
Now we're gonna do a prequel, the Xbox Zero.
Oh, there we go.
No.
Shit.
Oh my god.
The Xbox Zero. God.
Or just skip. Do like they did with Windows. Skip the 10.
We need to find the people who named this and just give them a good one across the face. But like, stop it. That is not how you name things.
Name them how
These
you
don't
want.
make sense.
No, don't do it.
They went from Xbox to 360 to 0. So they just basically went around in a circle and came right back to the beginning.
Did you hear about Tim Smith that works over in programming? He's got a kid that his name is Tim Smith Jr. of course, but his kid's name is Tim Smith Sr. Let's go backwards. Why don't we?
Yeah, apparently.
Because nothing has to make sense. Nothing makes sense anymore.
When he gets older, he's gonna be one of the cool kids, and he's gonna be remembered for that. No.
No.
This shit's impossible, insufferable, just stupid.
The official Xbox One X. So it's going to be called the Xbox One Xbox. That is what people will be calling it. All you got to do is add the Xbox One Xbox.
It'd be XB1XB, right?
The
Oh, just stop it.
Xbox.
I
Making
give
my head
up,
hurt
you
now.
know?
There's too many X's in Xbox One Xbox. There's like
It's
what?
They
basically
should just
like-
make it to where it's just a bunch of X's and O's, and it's like, I love you.
XOXOXO.
Xbox loves you.
I'd like the Xbox Scorpio better. I think that was a much better name, and I think that's
Well,
what we
it
should
set it
call it.
apart a little bit. It's the same freaking blunder that they made with the Wii and then the Wii U. Like, what the fuck do I need the Wii U for? Is it just an extra to the Wii?
That's what
Well,
the
but in
Xbox.
this particular case, to be fair, this is just the same unit with just better shit on
Pretty
the
much,
inside.
they upgraded it
Yeah, I
for
guess
you.
at least they're not
It's-
trying to sell you a legit new console.
Yeah.
Right.
So can I send mine back to get it upgraded, and then they'll send it back to me? Just
They'll
put
just
a giant.
an extra letter on it.
That'll
that's
be the
all.
next one.
Yeah.
The next one will be Xbox U.
The Xbox One U, or the
One U.
Xbox One
Xbox One.
XU.
Oh my god. It's gonna get just impossible. It's already
Fuck it,
impossible.
just slap a sticker on it and call it Voltron.
Congratulations,
Ultron.
Xbox One X! You are now a meme.
Dear God.
Oh shit!
Well,
Now we have heard that it has not been said on stage yet, but the rumor is that the going price for the now called Xbox One X
Xbox.
is going to be $499 retail, US. So be interested to see if that's the actual going rate or not on it. Worth it? No? Yes? Maybe?
It's a little it's a little expensive, but I mean,
Like
for
if you're just going to buy a console right now, never bought one before,
Ooh.
you got the Pro and you got the Xbox One X available to you. One's what, $399 I think for the Pro.
That's gonna break it down to if you're a gamer or not. If you're going to buy a console and you don't know if you enjoy games as much as Joe Blow over here, who is a hardcore gamer and wants the newest thing, then yeah. But if you're not, then just get the Pro. But I don't know. I think it's a lot of money. $500 for a console. It's a good console. I'm not gonna take that
It's a
away from
liquid
it.
cooled vapor chamber.
what?
It's
Yeah.
got a liquid cooled vapor chamber.
Yeah, like that'll actually help its overheating issues that they've been suffering from for the last umpteen years.
My
My Xbox
Xbox
is
One
cooler. It
doesn't-
vapes, bro.
Oh God!
Just
Oh
no.
God!
I
Get it
give up
just
on
to,
life, okay? I'm just gonna never see you guys again.
you
Bye.
get it to throw it out the window. God damn it! Stop vaping.
You don't vape in this house, son.
I don't know. Like the Xbox, I never had a problem with Xbox One overheating. I've
Neither
never
do I.
heard
It
of a
gets-
problem.
either.
Really.
It gets really hot, and my thing melted. But other than that,
Oh, that's right. You had the little rubber feet melt or some shit like that, right?
mhm.
Yeah.
And sometimes the top of that motherfucker will get so hot you put your hand. Hell, you can cook eggs up there if you really wanted to.
Please don't do that.
I've done it. It's fine. They come out a little dusty, but other than that,
A little dusty.
Do you realize that if you turned Xbox One X into an acronym, it would still
yes,
be
I
Xbox?
know. God damn it.
I just saw somebody write it in capitals, and I was like, oh wait,
The
that's
the X bone.
I quit.
They had to add an X on to the end of it so people would stop calling it the X bone.
That's not gonna stop anybody.
The X bone X.
Maybe they
Xbone
figured
X.
SpaceX was really cool, so they thought that if they added an X to whatever they had, that it would also be cool.
Hell yeah, it
Or
is cool.
something.
My name is unique and
Yes,
original because
totally.
I add an X at the beginning and the end of my name.
But
I know,
Xbox
right?
already did that. They just added another X.
They're gonna
Oh
add.
my
they're
god,
copying
triple
all the-
X! Oh my god, they're gonna be an adult console.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
I'm assuming the video
Adult
they're
console
showing
for
right now
all
is
the
another
little,
Forza
you know,
game.
7-year-old kids to buy.
Yep.
So
And play online and
$4.99.
use words that they should not technically know.
Why?
They're
Why
gonna
would you
add
use
more
words you should
X's
know?
to it. It's gonna be called like the X
keep adding the
Bone
X's.
Xbox. It's gonna be like the new gamer tag.
Trip-
XX box, XX
yeah,
box.
triple Xbox, triple X, right?
There you go. Triple X box, triple X.
Yeah.
Oh,
Triple
So does
Yeah.
that
Xbox
mean
One,
that the
triple
next
X.
one is gonna be the Xbox 10, so they can continue to use X?
I don't know.
The triple X. The
Well, right now they're
Xbox
at
One
9
XX.
technically, because if you put the one, it's
So
an I.
that's the plan. That is the plan.
yeah.
Okay.
See, that's what they're gonna say. I got this figured out.
So
Well,
the
if you did
Xbox
Roman
One X
numerals,
is
we'd have
coming
been at
out
9.
November 7th.
Wow.
November 7th.
November 7th. Everybody can get their X bones. Their XX bones.
If I had a
Xbox?
4K television downstairs, I might consider doing it, but no, but not for $500
Yeah. Well,
when the price drops.
Well, the other stuff that we actually know about, Egypt's Assassin's Creed Origins.
Yes.
Looks
They
like
teased it. Well,
You
not
can ride a
teased it. It
camel.
was on a...
yeah,
Yeah, rideable camels. What? I'm all about it.
I'm excited about this. I'm a lot
Yes.
more excited about riding a camel than I should be. And my question is, like, what camels are they? Because, like, are they the ones with one hump or two? Like, which one are they?
I'm sure they'll have both in there. But I'm curious if, like, if you're trying to hide, if you can ride a camel and, like, hide off on the side of the camel and, like, let the hump
hang
hide
on
you.
I want to know if
awesome.
it's going to be ridiculous, like in Aladdin and all of the other movies that have anything to do with that area of the world at all, where you can, if you're having to hide, you hide in large baskets that are just conveniently sitting around everywhere and always empty.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! Yes, please make that a thing.
There will also be hay bales everywhere, just randomly, that never
Hay.
move. They're just there.
Actually, how would you justify having the hay piles to jump into? It doesn't really strike me as Egypt having bunches and bunches of hay.
Because it's Assassin's Creed, duh. Hay bales
It'll be
just
like
magically
piles
appear.
of.
Hay.
It'll be
They're
piles
rich
of
enough.
cloth.
Yeah.
Piles-
I mean, they import all the rock to build the pyramids and stuff, so, I mean, they can import hay all over the place.
I
Oh
know,
well, it
right?
could be. It could be leftover papyrus, like the reeds and stuff that they use to make the paper out of.
No, it's
Maybe.
actual hay because the Assassin's Orders always bring in a bunch of hay so that they can lay them around town and jump into.
That would be. Look, they're not very assassin-like if you're doing that shit. Because look, everybody knows you're there. Because it's
Nobody
like, oh
knows.
shit, town just went crazy. Here comes hay. You know.
Yep, the Brotherhood's here.
We know.
That'd
we
be
know
like the
you're here.
biggest tip-off to Templars ever. Oh, this city's just gotten a lot of import of hay that they didn't need, and it's just randomly being shipped around. Wonder what that means.
That's how the Templars always know when the Assassins are coming around. They're like, oh shit, the hay's coming in. Get ready, guys. They're everywhere. Just
But
remember,
then they're
don't.
super inept
I wonder
about
if that
it.
means,
Can't
like,
ever
when you're
catch them.
sneaking around and they should obviously, like, spot you, like, with your little hood and everything on. They're like, oh, that's an assassin. Hey, watch this. We're going to fuck with him. We're going to pretend that we don't know he's there.
Until he starts
Exactly.
running.
Yeah, when he starts running, everybody just call out to him. Yell at him. Hey, don't run. It'll scare him, make him run up a building. It's like a squirrel. You yell at him and he just shoots up a building.
So assassins are now squirrels. Got it.
Pretty much. I mean, you scare them and they just shoot up the side of a building. Like, hide up there. Oh, God.
No, well, in Assassin's Creed 2 and all of its underlings, if there was water around, I just jumped in the
Underlings?
water because the guards can't swim.
So what, you're
So
like
I
a
wasn't a
fish?
squirrel, I was like
oh,
a duck.
no! Oh, yeah, there you go, a duck.
I used to hate running across, like, the Templars in the first one, though, because they would not stop chasing you.
They have that fucking assassin detection system on. Where did he go? There he is.
It's like, yeah, the only way to get rid of him was to kill him, because, like, if you try to run, no matter where you ran, hid, or they always could find you. They could just, even if you got out of sight with him and went and hid somewhere, they're just like, nope, I know you're in the hay, motherfucker.
The hay.
I'm
Hey.
glad that they fixed that mechanic later on.
Oh, God,
Made it more
that's
challenging.
But yay, Egypt and camels. We don't know anything else about it, but what do you really need
There's
to know
boats.
outside
We know
of
that
those?
from the first leak.
Yep, that's true.
I want to
Boats,
go try to
Egypt,
climb up the side of
camels.
the pyramids now in it. And just, like, get up all the way to the very top and then,
Well, what
like,
if they're not
slide
built
back
yet?
up.
Oh, God,
One of
they'll be
them's gotta
built.
be built.
Some of
There's
them
gotta be at least
are
one I can go
5,000,
sliding
6,000
down
years
on.
old.
Yeah, like, but how far back are we going?
There's a pyramid on the damn fucking pre-order card.
Oh, yeah, I
There
guess
is a
that's true.
pyramid built. Watch,
That's
the
true.
pyramid is
At
the
least
only
one.
thing that the assassins
There's at
can't
least the
climb.
pyramid. I think it would be interesting if they like had it to where you had to go to the inside and they had all the traps and shit you got to dodge in order to
Oh, God.
get to.
Oh, God,
you know what I mean?
that's
Like
gonna
you
be
go
so
in,
hard
it's
with
like
that.
We're just
Oh, it
changing
has a
from
bonus
assassins
mission.
to Indiana Jones.
yeah.
The
like, that
bonus
would be
mission,
fun.
if you according to the target card reserve, is Secrets of the First Pyramid. So yeah, I guess maybe you can be Indiana Jones. Go check out that first pyramid there.
Woohoo! And then you gotta like do the whole the steal the thing and drop a coin
Does that
bag
mean
on
we
it.
can, like, hire the little assassins, dude, and, like, send some of them inside to set off some of the traps so that way we know where they're at?
No, you have to do it yourself.
But if I pay them...
I mean, you
Okay,
have to pay
fine.
them
What if
an
I get
awful lot.
prostitutes to do this? Just like, hey, there's a guy down there. I'm gonna pay you a bunch of money. Go at the end of this pyramid and go distract him for me. And they start walking down the hall, and you see like these blades come out and like decapitate him, and or spears come out, and it's like, oh, okay, that's where all the traps are.
I wish they would move on from this Forza thing. I mean, I'm not a racing car guy, and kudos to all
Forza,
the other
to
guys.
be fair, though, Forza is extremely fun. But yeah, let's move on.
It's like, oh yeah, I thought they were going to be done with it, and then they brought a lady out to play
For
it.
those that are Forza fans, it looks really good. It looks a lot of fun, and it looks the same as the other ones did, except just a little better graphics.
Wow, way to just be like, good job, wham, but it's not that different.
It looks like Forza 5, which I own. Or 4.
It's like the most passive
Whatever
bitch
came
slap
out with
I've
the
ever
Xbox
seen.
One, that's the one I own. They have the largest and most diverse games lineup. I know this because he put it on the screen.
CD Projekt Red has been hacked, unfortunately.
And there's
yeah,
an
that
update
was,
to that.
yeah, because it's Cyberpunk 2077, and then that was really weird that it was having to be hacked or whatever.
Yeah, somebody stole some early footage of it and everything, and they're holding it for ransom. And CD Projekt Red's like, we don't deal with terrorists.
We
So
will
no.
burn your fucking lives down if you do not get that
People
back to
thought
us.
that it was a publicity stunt, and they're like, oh, they're just trying to generate interest by saying these assets were stolen and whatnot. But they've actually reported it being stolen as a crime in Poland.
Which would be
is
illegal
where-
if it was just a publicity.
Yeah, so legit, that shit got jacked, and CD Projekt Red is like, we don't care. You stole a really early version that's not representative of the product that we have right now, and we're not going
Right.
to give you a damn thing for it, so fuck off. I like it. I like the way CD Projekt Red operates.
To hell with you.
Yes.
You can't do that.
Good for them. I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, it
I was
sucks that shit got stolen, but...
Oh, for sure. I really wish they would show the Anthem shit now so we actually could tell the difference between...
I know, but you know it's not
World
going to
premiere
happen.
of something? What is that?
It's just not going to be fortuitous.
World premiere.
Of Snow! I love it. 10 out of 10.
Okay, it's
Looks
like- 10 out of 10
apocalyptic.
would
It's
be Snow
apocalyptic right off the bat on snow.
Hope this,
So
What
doesn't,
the
maybe-
hell are those animals, dude?
hope this doesn't play any sound. There we go. Okay.
I hope this doesn't play any sound.
To
Yeah.
live without hope is to cease to live. Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh no, I don't
First-
live.
First-person shooter looks very Bioshocky.
So,
looks
probably Anthem.
like, it looks like Metro.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it could be. There is a new Metro game scheduled to come out.
It looks like Metro. Definitely. All right. Well, do you want to keep watching this and just watch that, or
Like, do the reaction TV.
yeah, we can sit here and we'll have lots of minutes of silence.
Lots of minutes of silence.
Hmm
I
don't
like
think
it.
Griff would approve of that.
Oh, this is definitely Metro. 100% sure.
Yep, I can tell right here.
Yeah, when he lit
Metro.
it and fucking burnt the cobwebs.
Burnt the cobwebs.
That's
Yeah.
Oh,
definitely Metro.
shit.
Unless they're going to use that mechanic in a new game. But that is Metro.
Yeah, this is Metro.
Boom, called it.
Yep.
So it's a new Metro
well
game.
played.
Yeah.
New Metro game. That's awesome.
Hell yeah. The other ones were really good. They built an incredible world. Fucked up world.
Do you think, predictions wise, do you think we'll be seeing anything from like Crackdown or anything like that?
I think I think we'll see Crackdown. I think
Wait,
I think they've got some
Crackdown
type
was
of
supposed to be
surprise
out a
waiting
while
on us.
back, wasn't it?
No, they just showed off teaser when they launched the Xbox One.
Well, and then we've also there's also a video out there of when they were making Crackdown and what they were expecting and all that type of stuff too.
Yeah.
Which you can watch. They released.
They just haven't done anything else with it.
But yeah, I don't know what else. Like other than Crackdown, I don't really know of anything from Microsoft that I want to see at the moment. I mean, possibly that they'll maybe give us a glimpse of Halo 6, which I know y'all aren't excited about, but it could be there's a glimpse of that. But I think they're going to send some. There's going to be something that's going to be a surprise. They've got to have some. Like they could be AR will come out this year or whatever. I don't know.
That
But
would be something, especially
would
with
be
the Xbox One Xbox coming out. That is what I'm going to call it. I call it Shadow of Mordor. I'm going to call it the Xbox One Xbox.
XB1 XB.
Yeah, the Xbox One box.
Xbone X.
Yeah, the Xbone X.
The Xbone X.
Yeah, that's what we will call it. But yeah, that would be a good idea if they did release, as long as they don't try to force the bundle on you like they did with the Kinect.
Is there anything y'all want to see from the other companies, like Sony?
Oh my God,
something?
Sony better show off Detroit Being Human, and it better come out soon.
Yes. Oh God, that game.
Freaking seriously, man.
What about Bethesda? I know we're all kind of fans of Bethesda. Is anything from Bethesda?
I just want to see what they're gonna do. Like, I want to see whatever's next from Bethesda.
I think Bethesda, of all the companies out there, other than Sony, just because they already have a system for it, I think Bethesda is going to be VR for both Fallout 4 and possibly Doom or one of those games. Because they had it at last E3, but I think that's playable, but I'd be interested to see if they have it, and I would not be surprised if Fallout 4 VR is released for Sony first, because Xbox One has nothing, and that, like, competitively on that. So I'd be very interested to see on that one for sure. I think it would be, and it would be cool to kind of live in that world a little bit. But they said that, from what I understand, when they did the E3 last year, when they did the VR thing for it, it was more of like teleporting from point A to point B. There was no movement to get from point A. Like, there's no way to move the characters. So we'll be interested to see what they do from there. So I don't know. I think that would be neat.
Well,
Yeah.
got a few days.
If they didn't have the Elder Scrolls, the Tamriel one that they just released, I think it was, I would expect to see
Morrowind, I think.
Morrowind. Yeah, I think it's
Morrowind.
I would expect to see a new Elder Scrolls, but I'm not
It's
expecting
about
it.
time for a new Elder Scrolls, actually.
I mean, Skyrim came out in 2012, and it's been 5 years if you count
Good
that
point.
installment. But they've also did the special edition of Skyrim, and then they did Elder Scrolls Online. It'd be nice to see another installment into the main franchise, but I'm not going to hold my breath for it right now. Now we see pyramids.
Anything from Nintendo you're expecting?
Oh,
I think they'll talk about Nintendo or Super.
Here's our
Nintendo
announcement
World.
of Assassin's Creed.
yeah. Yeah, I don't expect too much from Nintendo. They've never been ones to come to E3 and try to blow people away anymore. Nintendo is Nintendo. They got their lineup. They've already showed off their list of what they're planning. You know, Splatoon 2, the Super Mario Odyssey, some other games.
I want to see that new Super Mario, like more footage of that, because it looks so
That is
weird.
really-
That realistic with the cartoon character is just weird.
Yeah. It's odd, to say the least. But
I mean, it's Japan, so a lot of things are weird.
Metro
Yeah.
Exodus. That's what it is called.
What is
Trying
it?
to think of anything
Metro
else.
Exodus.
Yeah, Metro Exodus. Hey, you could slide down a pyramid! Hey, you could slide down your pyramid.
There you go. There you go, Baka.
Yeah.
Ride that pyramid.
Do
Wait,
it!
Slide that pyramid? I don't know.
Slide
You know
that-
what? I'm just gonna
Beside
not.
Nintendo.
You're not gonna try to come up with something for
Just
that?
gonna not.
Come on,
Wait, what?
Griff.
Assassin
Why not?
Gladiators?
Oh my
Xbox says they're
god!
talking about 22. They're gonna show off 22 console exclusives today.
Hippos! Oh god, the most dangerous animal in the world.
I kind of want to, like,
Oh my God,
get a bunch of
crocodile.
guards to follow me now, and then lead them into a bunch of hippos.
Okay.
I'm pretty
Well,
happy
for
with this.
the sake of brevity on podcast and everything, I don't think it would be the best idea to live watch the show and
You
talk
could just-
about it as a podcast. So,
Yeah.
I only have so many hours in my days, guys, and I still have to edit. So,
Whatever.
Well, then I guess that is where we'll call it. A little over an hour show. And
yeah, I know. We'll have a lot more to talk about next week because we'll have seen all of the major floor shows by then.
Yeah, for
Yep.
sure.
So right now
For
we're
sure.
still in the early stuff. So next week's show will also be lengthy. Yay!
Yeah.
Probably a lot longer than this one.
Probably right.
Yep.
Ah.
That'd be awesome. We appreciate everybody who hangs out with us each and every week at Infinite Respawn. You can check us out on Twitter at InfiniteResPC. Check me out personally at MDBOaktree. Check out Griff.
At Griff's Lineham.
Check out Chicken.
I'll eat chicken through and through.
And, of course, Baka.
At Baka Pickle.
Make sure that you go onto our YouTube channel where you can watch this, as well as some of our former shows and Let's Plays and some other stuff that's on there. So go on there and make sure that you watch the Red Dead stuff that they were doing and the Halo stuff from Baka and Gruff. That's some of my favorite. Oh, and was it Dying Light that y'all played together?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, that was funny too, especially when you start torching people. Just saying. So Make sure you go and do that, and then also go to infiniterespawn.com, join the forums, hang out, and for Infinite Respawn, I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Griff.
I'm Chicken.
I'm Baka.
See ya.
Bye.
Please hang up and try again.